Hello?
Hello, Lisa.
Hey,
How are you? Thank you so much.
that's a pleasure. How can I
To
help you this
see,
evening?
yes. Why is it hard to, we talked before many times in Skype.
Hmm.
Sometimes, like 1 year, 2 years ago, I say I am, and everything just happens. Now I say I am so many times, nothing happens. Why?
What do you expect to happen?
that I that I disappear.
Hmm. And that's what's happened in the past. You said I am, and then there's a disappearing.
It is like I want to ask you, why is it related? Is it related to my physicality, or it has nothing to do with physicality?
In a way, it has nothing to do with physicality. So consciousness isn't physicalized. So consciousness seems to look through these bodies, but actually, when you really notice it and the sense of the I am or the sense of amness, it's actually everywhere and the body's appearing in it, and it's not anything to do with the body. It doesn't get changed by the body in any way at all. Like, it doesn't ever move, it's just here, it's present. But it looks through these bodies. But the identification seems to rise in the body. But that can create lots of thoughts like, but
Yes,
what I
yes,
need to do
yes.
is I need to work out the
Exactly.
body.
Yes, yes.
And what seems to happen in the process is there's a settling down in the body. And then at some point, it's just that grace kicks in, and there is this energetic movement from this illusory energetic contraction to no longer being contracted. But you can't really say that it's the body that does that. It's just kind of grace that swaps it over. I mean, maybe one day they discover like an error in the brain or something that is doing it, but I don't know in the end. But what we can say is that grace just swaps that over, and in a way you never were contracted, like it was all illusory anyway. So now what's happening in you is there is a story running that you a couple of years ago had these expansive
Yes,
disappearing
yes.
experiences, and now you want to arrive at that, and there is a belief in that,
Yes!
and it plays into your story, because if you if you're a regretful person, then it will begin to play regret. It will begin to be like, you messed up, you did something wrong, you had this opportunity and now you've lost it. If it's like a victimized person, then it will be like, life took it away from me. Why does it take it away from me? Why does nothing work out for me? Like, life is always punishing me. Like, you'll tell the story that fits you, and none of it's real. It's all like an energetic habit that's that's maintaining an illusion. None of it's real. So on the human level, it's kind of, what you can take from that is a kind of seeing the illusions for what they are. That it's not true that you had this a couple of years ago. It's not true that you've lost something. It's not true that you're going to arrive somewhere. Like, consciousness is happening right now. It's here in all things. It's so still.
Yes. Why the transformation sometimes is strong? That's grace, yeah? That's grace. It depends on the grace.
Mm. Everything's grace in a way. Like, even
Yes.
you deciding to work on yourself is grace. But yeah, it's unknowable. Like, you can't make that shift happen. It's something that happens. What you can seemingly do, even though everything is grace in the
Mm-hmm.
end when you really examine it, is just working with the person and sort of pulling yourself out of these illusions that can go on unknown
Yes.
to time. So if you're
Okay.
like lost in a argument or a fury with someone, you can see that that's illusion, and practice bringing your attention back to the moment. Like you can explore the feeling, you can see the feeling, you can give it space, you can determine where it is in the body, and then see that it's not true. It doesn't contain any truth. Like nothing you think or feel contains truth.
Yes. So basically with yoga and meditation and everything, we are just clearing the path so that it just happens by itself.
Yeah. Sort of.
Actually, we are not sort of.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, like that's a story, but yeah, it seems like with the yoga, with all these practices, that you're settling the person down, but in the end, it's the story. In the end, there is nobody that's ever settling itself down, and who's going to wake up? Who do you take yourself to be? It's okay to go into that storyland, and it's okay to tell these stories, but the person is addicted to constantly finding a story for itself because it's terrified of it being a mystery.
Mm-hmm.
So it likes the idea of waking up and having this mission of becoming enlightened. That can be relaxing, and that's okay. But just also seeing that that's a story and it's relaxing for you, and that's okay. You don't need to throw the baby out with the bathwater. You can hold that, but it's not true that somebody's going to get awakened. That's a settling of the person. Who would get awakened? Who's going to wake up now?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah, and that's really beautiful getting to that, like, I don't know, because that is the answer.
That's the answer.
Yeah, that's the answer.
What is the difference between I don't know and I am?
Well, there's not, I've become like a tart with words, like I use all types of words now, and I've given up trying to be pedantic about it. I mean, initially when people were saying I am, I thought that they still had some form of identification there, but it's not necessary. I mean, words are just words, and when you're speaking with someone that doesn't natively speak English, I mean, what's the point about being pedantic about it? Mm-hmm. Like it's that you could say that all there is I am, and you could either see that as something separate or not, and that's an undefinable thing. But because I am is total mystery. Where if you take it to what I mean as, and I say I am, it is like a mystery. It's like disappearing so deeply into yourself. You don't know what you are.
I used to say I am. This is something that I remember. I mean, it's not something in my memory so much, but I remember something. I said I am. I took a match and I burned something, and I brought so many things in the house, and I just burned everything, and I was just in the I am, and I didn't care, and I was just burning everything, and then I realized this is what I want to really do. And after that, when I thought about it, I thought to myself, this is the state of the I amness is something that just allows anything to happen. So the experience that once happened with I am many times, it just brings me into that that judgelessness state. So yeah. And also whenever I, so just now, yeah, it's I don't know. The answer I'm looking for is I don't know.
Ich weiß nicht.
I'm sorry?
You're just saying it in German.
Oh.
I've been learning German lately. Ich nicht weiß. Ich weiß nicht.
Okay. Yeah.
Nice. Oh, well, thank you for calling. I'll move on to someone else now, but that was really lovely speaking with you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
Lots of love. Bye. Ich weiß nicht.